Hello dear viewers, and welcome back to the channel, where we peel back the polished surface of royal life to uncover the emotional storms and quiet fractures hidden beneath. Today, we turn our gaze toward a deeply personal and painful chapter in the House of Windsor. A story not of crowns or power, but of family bonds under extraordinary strain. It appears that while King Charles III has secured the stability of his reign, the unity of his bloodline may be unraveling. At the heart of this growing divide are two women once considered among the monarchy's brightest hopes, Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie, the beloved daughters of the Duke and Duchess of York. The relationship between these royal nieces and their uncle King Charles is reportedly faltering under the immense pressure of the ongoing fallout surrounding their parents, Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson. Before we continue, remember to show your support by liking this video and subscribing. Your engagement helps us bring you thoughtful, detailed coverage of the royal family's most complex struggles. This situation is delicate, a clash between duty and devotion, responsibility and love. Those close to the palace say King Charles has long carried a deep awareness of the emotional toll these events have taken on his nieces. He's described as being genuinely troubled by the unfairness of it all. That Beatrice and Eugenie have been unwillingly swept into the chaos surrounding their parents' long and public fall from grace. For the king, and indeed for Prince William, the issue is one of compassion versus consequence. Both men reportedly sympathize with the York sisters, recognizing them as victims of circumstance, burdened by scandals they did not cause. Yet, as royal expert Richard Fitzwilliams explains, even though Beatrice and Eugenie understand the logic and necessity behind their uncle's actions, decisions made to protect the crown and restore public confidence, the emotional reality is far harder to accept. Because regardless of how the world views Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson, they remain first and foremost their parents, and no royal decree, no matter how justified, can silence the pain that comes when family duty collides with public condemnation. This is the heart of the rift now widening within the Windsor family, a collision between loyalty to the monarchy and love for one's own blood. And according to insiders, the latest decisions, made under firm guidance from Prince William, may have pushed that tension to a breaking point. Ultimately, King Charles made a decision that reshaped the royal landscape. He compelled Prince Andrew to surrender his remaining military titles, royal honors, and official patronages. It was a move of immense gravity, not merely symbolic, but strategic, representing a decisive break between the monarchy and one of its most controversial figures. For the king, this wasn't vengeance, it was survival, a necessary act to preserve the integrity of the crown in an age where public tolerance for royal scandal has evaporated. But the consequences didn't end there. Behind palace doors, discussions have accelerated, swift, precise, and deeply consequential. Advanced talks are reportedly underway to remove the disgraced Duke from his longtime residence. Royal Lodge, nestled in Windsor Great Park, has long been more than just a home. It's a physical emblem of Andrew's former standing, a sanctuary steeped in royal history. To strip him of it would be the clearest signal yet that the monarchy is determined to enact a total and irreversible separation. If this eviction proceeds, it will serve as the final, public declaration that Prince Andrew's days as a working or even semi-official royal are over. Royal commentator Richard Fitzwilliams, speaking to express.co.uk, warned that the crisis remains unpredictable. He emphasized that the true depth of the scandal and the damage it may yet cause depends heavily on the still-sealed Epstein files, whose contents could reignite global outrage once unveiled. The monarchy's handling of this issue, Fitzwilliams observed, will shape not just its public image, but its internal relationships, particularly with Beatrice and Eugenie. For the princesses, watching their parents face what they may perceive as relentless and unforgiving punishment from the very institution they were born into, has created a painful emotional rift. They understand, intellectually, that the monarchy must protect itself. Yet emotionally, they are daughters, bound by love and loyalty to their parents, and that conflict lies at the center of their growing estrangement from the King and Prince William. According to palace sources, it is William, forward, thinking, pragmatic, and fiercely protective of the crown's image, who has pushed hardest for a policy of complete exclusion. This isn't just an idea, it's already becoming reality. The Duke and Duchess of York are in practice vanishing from royal life. Fitzwilliam cautions, however, that such decisive actions come at a profound personal cost. These calculated steps, stripping titles, evicting Andrew from royal lodge, and enforcing total exclusion, may protect the monarchy's public standing, but they are also tearing at the emotional fabric of the family itself. And for Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie, this divide is not political, it's deeply personal. Royal expert Richard Fitzwilliam concludes with an important justification. These actions, as painful and personal as they appear, were never born of malice or vengeance. They were necessary, calculated, and unavoidable steps taken with one overarching purpose: to safeguard the sanctity and long-term survival of the British monarchy itself. For both King Charles III and Prince William, the preservation of the crown must always take precedence, even above the personal feelings or comforts of family members, whose actions have brought the institution into disrepute. This, however, creates a deeply emotional dilemma for Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie. They are loyal granddaughters, devoted cousins, and committed supporters of the monarchy. Yet they are also loving daughters, forced to watch as their parents endure what many see as a slow, systematic dismantling of their status and dignity. Throughout the turmoil, the sisters have maintained admirable composure. They continue their charitable and professional work, offering no public criticism, even as the storm surrounding their family intensifies. But beneath that calm exterior lies an impossible conflict. Every royal decision made by King Charles and Prince William, however justified for the institution, becomes another wedge between duty and devotion. Nowhere is this tension more evident than in the ongoing battle over Royal Lodge. For the York family, this grand estate represents far more than bricks and history. It's a sanctuary, a symbol of continuity and security amid chaos losing. It would mark the final erasure of Prince Andrew's royal standing. For Beatrice and Eugenie, that loss carries an emotional weight far beyond property. It signifies the finality of their father's exile, a closing chapter that feels both inevitable and devastating. Should the monarchy's response be perceived as excessively harsh, or if new revelations from the Epstein files reignite public outrage, the princess's quiet unease could evolve into lasting resentment toward their uncle and cousin. The situation is further complicated by the presence of their mother, Sarah Ferguson. Though long divorced from Prince Andrew, she remains his steadfast defender and a central figure in her daughters' lives. Yet, under Prince William's proposed policy of total exclusion, even Fergie is to be removed from royal functions, a clear institutional signal that the entire York family unit is to remain at arm's length. Strategically, it's a necessary move for the monarchy's public image, but personally, it strikes at the heart of the sisters' ability to maintain a sense of family unity, even within the private walls of royal life. This moment highlights a generational divide within the House of Windsor. King Charles and Prince William embody institutional pragmatism, leaders willing to make painful sacrifices now to preserve the monarchy's future. Meanwhile, Beatrice and Eugenie represent the human cost of that pragmatism, the emotional toll when royal duty collides with unconditional love. The cracks within the family are real and widening. While the public may commend the King and Prince of Wales for their decisiveness, the private cost is measured in strained relationships, fractured trust, and difficult silences behind palace walls. In the end, the monarchy's stability may have been preserved, but the family's peace has come at an enormous emotional price. To summarize, the current royal narrative is one of sacrifice and survival. King Charles III and Prince William have committed to a complete separation from Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson, a move they see as vital for maintaining the crown's credibility. Yet, in doing so, they've placed Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie in an impossible position, torn between duty to the throne and loyalty to their parents. As the world awaits further revelations from the Epstein files, the tension within the royal family shows no sign of easing. The York sisters' quiet struggle may well define the next chapter in this ongoing royal reckoning, a poignant reminder of the human cost that comes with protecting a centuries-old institution. What are your thoughts on this heartbreaking divide? Do you believe King Charles and Prince William are being overly harsh or simply doing what must be done to protect the crown? Share your thoughts respectfully in the comments below.